Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vapor, and today I'm going to go over my Awilix solo build. So I'm one of those people who likes to play some pretty wacky gods in the solo lane. Some like really strange ones that nobody else would usually do. So yeah. Basically I'm gonna go over what I usually build today. So first off, I don't buy a relic out of the base, usually on always on solo, just because I think that it's better on your first back just to get it. But yeah, it's just helpful. So my starting build here, I usually get the Bluestone Pendant because she doesn't have the best clear. I mean, she does have the flip with the area damage and the Suku. What is that ability actually called? Moonlight Charge, the line attack, and that's okay, but it doesn't do enough just to straight up like clear the minions. So I like a Bluestone just for that damage over time. It's just kind of nice to have early game. And then I start Power Pot usually, so that I can clear wave more efficiently and be more aggressive early game, depending on who they have. If not, I may go Boots 1 as a start. And then I go... Let me switch these, it's gonna bother me down in the consumables. And then I go 3 health, and at around 30 seconds, you pop this,
Just going to put this in
get 2 of these, and then let me wait for this wave to reset and I'll kind of show you how efficient the clear is. Usually you'll be level 2 when you get here, but still, whatever. Level 2, some of it. Alright, so I do have the power pot here and stuff like that. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna do some twirls. Okay, so basically what I do is usually you would send the Suku through the wave, the Moonlight Charge, and I go to the back line and do these first because the archers are important to get in solo. This is kind of gonna explain a little bit about solo too, just in general if you don't know. But it's always nice just to take out the archers in the back first because they do the most damage, and if by accident for some reason you hit the other opposing solo laner, it's nice just to be able to actually not die to just the archers at level 2 or something like that. If it's a ranged god like Neath or something, I would not recommend going up to the wave in the back like that, and I would just clear the minions in the front or something like that. Wait till they use their root, something like that. Something like a soul or something. Okay, so that's basically what you build to start. And then, of course, all these will probably be gone, blah, blah, blah. And you get your warrior Tabi. This is nice just because, you know, standard build. Just everyone builds warrior Tabi on Awilix, and just in general. It's just overall, like, just good. It gives you that nice power spike of the 40 physical power, and the 18% movement speed's always nice, especially with the Suku. Always nice because it just gives you a little more movement speed and you can get out of situations. So now this is where it gets a little different. So let's say, like in this, you see the Ra over there? Hi Ra. Okay, so let's say they have a Ra and we are facing a magical solo laner. We're going to build either a Pestilence or a Bulwark first. Now these two items are very good, but you have to know when to get which. Bulwark you use if there's not many healers on their team. If I had a Ra in my lane, I might get it if they don't have like any other healers. Like, I don't count really Chiron as a healer and stuff like that. So don't mind the little heals like Amaterasu heal and Chiron heal, because they don't do that much. It's not game changing. But if they have, for instance, let's say they have Ra, they have, who else does he heal? Guan, something like Guan support, something like that. Or a Howl mid for some reason. Then you go with a Pestilence, because this is such an important item. If they have heals, cutting their healing regeneration and everything like that by 25% is huge. And also it gives you a little more magical protections than the Bulwark. But we'll get into why Bulwark is better overall if they don't have heals. So Bulwark's better because you get the 20% crowd control reduction. Really good if you're not very tanky yet, stuff like that. And also, it gives you, as you see the passive down there, it gives you 20 less magical protections than the Pestilence. Just want to point that out before I go on. But when you take damage and you are below 30% health, you gain a shield with health equal to 150 health plus 10 for your player level. So basically like a Geb shield for 20 seconds. Now this can only occur every minute, and it's only 20-second shield, but that 20-second shield will save you. It will save you plenty of times, let me tell you. I'd rather take this any day over this if they don't have healing. Like, it is just such a nice feeling to know if you get below that threshold that you are going to get a shield and you are going to be a little safer. Alright, now let's go on to if they have a, for instance, a physical solo laner, like a Bellona, a Guan Yu, any warrior, any hunter. Now, I don't really buy Hide, like, ever, but if they have a lot of auto attack based gods, you can buy this item. I wouldn't recommend it on Awilix though, because of the build that I'm going with right now. Just a little heads up. I go Breastplate of Valor. It gives you a little more mana than the Hide, actually, too. Spectral Armor you should never buy. Unless, well, there's a few situations, but I'm not going to get into that because I don't think it's really that good of an item. Okay, let's stop getting off track here. Breastplate of Valor. Greatest defense item in the game. Hands down. No, I don't know. I wouldn't say greatest defense item, but it's up there in like the top few. You get the 20% cooldown reduction, which on Awilix is huge because, here, let me show you. If we, for instance, get this, actually we'll have to sell it, but you see the cooldown on my ult right now is what, 90 seconds? We get a Breastplate of Valor, 72 seconds. That's a whole, oops, that's a whole like 20 seconds, that's a whole 20 seconds almost. So that is like just amazing to have. Let me level up to level 5 here, just so whenever I do want to demonstrate anything. Okay, so it's just really good. It has a lot of mana, which Awilix does struggle with early game. It has the physical protections, stuff like that. I don't want to make this video too long, but I'm dragging on really bad. Okay, Jotuns. Let's get into this. So, pen. You're going to at least want one pen item. Now, you see down here in my damage, I do have the Titan's Bane, but I prefer the Jotuns. You can get a Titan's Bane afterwards. Not saying that that's bad to have 2 pen items, but if you don't want a Pestilence, you can still go Brawler's Beat Stick too. So just a few options there. If you're going for split push, which I don't think you should with Awilix because she doesn't really have anything split pushy kind of, you could go Crusher, but wouldn't really recommend that. Jotuns gives you the 20% cooldown reduction with the Breastplate of Valor, which is really nice because look at that ult cooldown. Ooh, 54 seconds. That used to be 70. That is huge. That is huge if you're in a team fight. Well, not if you're in a team fight, but if you're on cooldown and you get into a team fight, you have a chance to get that back in the team fight if it still was on cooldown. And it gives you a nice amount of mana, pen, and physical power. So now onto the non-kind of core items, I would say. I would kind of say this one's a core item, Frostbound. Frostbound's really nice if they have anybody who doesn't have a getaway. Like, for instance, Raw. If they have a Raw, get a Frostbound, and they're dead. Like, there's a few instances where you should get a Frostbound in the solo lane. Well, not a few. There's a lot. But, it's a really nice item because it gives you the health as well as the passive if they have a lot of attack speed, base gods, so you don't have to buy a Midgardian Mail, which in Midgardian Mail now got really nerfed, so it only has 30 protection, so it's just not as good as getting a Frostbound and hitting them actually with it. And also you're kind of auto attack oriented, so there's that. So now, kin size. I like kin size on her. I like it because of her ult giving her at max rank 70% more attack speed, and if you have a Kins online, that's doing a ton of damage with your attack speed as well, with your attack speed buff. And it's just really nice to have. It's just a really nice one attack speed item to have. I wouldn't really go too much attack speed because, like, what else are you gonna go? Maybe an Aussie. Maybe an Aussie if you want that little bit of lifesteal and you think that that's worth it. Just 4% physical, or 4% of their maximum health is just huge with your pen online and everything like that. And that's where Titan's Bane comes in here. Just a little more pen just to top off the build if you need it. If you need to take down structure still, if you guys are a little behind and you get a huge team fight off, if they have really tanky lineup like a Odin jungle and a Athena solo or something like that, I don't know, not really. You don't really see Athena solo too much, but if they just have like 2 guardians or 2 warriors and then a guardian or vice versa, you know, just a pretty tanky lineup. It's really nice to have, and for taking down structures and stuff. And now this is where it gets kind of questionable. I know what you guys are saying. Why would you go Transcendence? You're already here. You already have the You already have the mana from the Jotuns and the breastplate. Excuse me. This item is really mainly here just for beginning of the game. If you want Transcendence instead of going the Jotuns and just going into Titan's Bane, that's completely fine. If you think that you're going to need mana, you're going to need the sustain, go with Transcendence. It will help you. Like 100% of the time. And now onto the relics that I go. I usually go teleport if they go teleport. If not, then I'll get something else maybe, or I'll get teleport if I think that I need a little more farm and that I'm a little behind. You do tend to get behind with Awilix sometimes, so it's just nice to have. Med, just if you don't get trans and you still need that early mana, or if in team fights you have really mana dependent gods and that person didn't buy a mana item, well, not a mana item, but like they don't have as much mana as you, since you have you have mana from this, you have mana from this. If you get trans, you have mana from that. It'll just help your teammates out overall. I mean, you won't give them much health, but I mean, if they need mana to stay in the fight, it's always a good option. Sprint, I like Sprint. Just it's really good for if they have a lot of curses, stuff like that, etc. You know. And then Weakening. She is a very mobile god. She can completely take advantage of people. This is kind of a substitute if you don't get the Frostbound. It's just something that is good to have in a team fight. If you don't think that you're going to contribute and hit many autos in the, because they have a really high damage, high burst damage team lineup, and they're just they just keep pummeling you. They just keep targeting you, trying to put you down. Go a Curse rather than a Frostbound. Don't put yourself at that disadvantage. This is coming from me. I mean, I'm kind of newer to the solo lane, so that's just me talking, so I don't know if this is actually like the best, but I mean, I'm gonna come out with these builds every once in a while, and I hope you guys enjoy them. That's not done yet, but I'll explain that all at the end. Purification, another good one just to have, because she can just get pummeled by a very offensive team. And that's about all I would usually go. Maybe a Sanctuary if they have like a Scylla or a Poseidon or something, but yeah. So I'm going to show you, for instance, what this build could do potentially. What should we go with? What should we go with? Should we go this build with the Frostbound, or should we go the Titan's Bane build? I think we're gonna go Titan's Bane just to show you the amount of power that she can do. So you do this, you bring him back. Well, this is awkward. Well, you see her autos do a lot. That's fun, I guess. She does a lot of damage with that. It's cool. Let's get a kill on this Raw while we're waiting for our cooldowns to be back up. Alright, Raw's dead, guys. We're good. We got the first blood. Okay, is this back up almost? Oh. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. Does this count if I level this back up? So you guys are learning about jungle practice too. Nope, doesn't work. Okay. 10 seconds, 10 seconds. I think you guys can bear with these 10 seconds. I might cut this out. I'm not sure. Probably not. I'm too lazy. Okay, so we're going to hit him up in the air. Bring him back. Can you not bring back this dummy? Okay, so we're doing 21 damage instead of the 4. Well, that's 40% of his health. I mean 4%. 21 was 40% of your health? Oh my. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to do here is show you that she does a ton of damage, and her attack progression chain, it gets kind of weaker as it goes, but it gets like faster, I think. She's just a really solid god overall, especially for the jungle role, but I don't really play jungle, and I really love Awilix, so I wanted to incorporate her into the solo lane. Let me know what you guys think of my build. I'm gonna come out with one of these videos every so often. I don't know exactly when I'm gonna be releasing them. Maybe like once a week. Maybe this will just be one of my uploads a week. But yeah. Have a good day. Hope you enjoyed, and stay fearless.